time. It is your time. And I know you hear that in church all the time. For those of you that go to church, majority of my audience is a Christian-based audience. So they hear it's your season, it's your time. But there is a disclaimer to that. See, what we do is we say it's your season, it's your time. And we go, oh yeah, woo, 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 because the preacher done hyped us up, right? But he's not telling us the other part. There is another part to that. It is your season if you choose to make it your season. See, this is what we do. And I'm guilty of it. I've done it, and I've done my best, y'all. I told y'all how I function when I start going into change mode. I hire coaches, I hire mentors, I program my phones to continue to keep my mind fresh of all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing. I actually put in the work. Remember, I told you, if anybody told you, oh yeah, I'm making changes, ask them what it looks like. Ask them what exactly is it that they're doing. Ask them, did they hire somebody to help them? If they just telling you that and they playing it through in their mind, they'll never change because they don't have any accountability. So that was for free. Hello, somebody. So anywho, it is your season and time if you choose to make the changes. Hey, Miss Morris, if you choose to make the changes. Now, I'm sorry, if you choose to make it your time. See, my daughter done got me all off track. I have my little notes and everything, ready for y'all real quick. But listen, never buy into the hype. People will sell you on the illusion of change and the illusion of it being your season, but they don't tell you that there are things that you have to do in order to make it your season. So summer, winter, spring, and fall comes like clockwork, right? If you continue to stay in the same season year after year after year, the same place year after year after year, something is wrong with you, not the seasons, okay? Okay, that's how my grandbaby do it. Okay, sweetie. It's not the seasons. It's not God trying to show you something. It's not you got to go through the valley and you got to cry a little while and you got to get on your knees and you got to tarry and no, you're doing that, okay? You are the one that's doing that. Hey, Lorraine and Asia. So never let anybody tell you that it's your season, but they don't give you the other pieces, okay? Because what we become a microwave society. We become a make it easy society. We become an inclusion of everything type of society. Everything goes society. Make it easy for everybody, okay? But that's not necessarily the case. It is your season. But if you've been hearing that, hold on, let me get my voice right. Just in case Miss Melissa watching, if you continue to see the same seasons year after year after year after year after year, it's not the season and it's not a lesson that you're being taught. It's you. See, I can't stand when I hear people say what God is getting ready to do. God is getting ready to, no. He's already done it. It has nothing to do with what he's getting ready to do. It has everything to do with you catching up. Hi, Miss Singleton. How y'all doing? So God is never getting ready to do something. It's already planned out. You just have to catch up with it. So I think what we've done, like I was raised in church all my life, and I was in that Pentecostal, that apostolic, that we was Kojic at one point. We were, I was the PAW. What is the other one? I forgot, but we was in all of those growing up, and I think they did the best that they could based upon who I was under. They weren't teaching the actionable steps. I did a radio interview the other day and they said, April, what is it that you want to see? Because you're not traditional church. And I said, well, what I want to see is when the word, empowerment, and practical application all come together. Okay? So it wasn't until I had to learn those three, the word, empowerment, and the practical application all put together in a little ball, that's when I saw my life start to change. So sometimes I won't say sometimes, majority of the time, darlings, we are holding up our own blessings because of the way that we think. Because we feel like, number one, that we're not deserving. Number two, we feel like we have to go through, the Bible says you got to suffer a little while, but Bible also says our thoughts are not God's thoughts. So his definition of suffering may not be necessarily your definition of suffering. Your definition of suffering might be without money, being homeless, being sick, having all of these adverse actions happen to you. But God never said that suffering in his mind's eye had to be our definition of suffering. Hello, somebody. Y'all preachers that's listening and watching, y'all can preach that. Y'all ain't even got to give me credit, but you can preach that. So what we've done is we've created, but with our limited minds, our own definitions of what certain things mean. So in order to live this life day by day, we've learned how to justify that and justify it with the word. But technically, did the word say that my suffering, hello somebody, had to be me groveling on the ground? Hello? Because the Bible says that he's given us the power to gain wealth. And most of you, I talk about money and I talk about change and relationships a lot because that's what a lot of you, come to me for. And with the money piece, for my saving church folks, y'all will forever be broke because you don't understand that you have the power to get wealth versus waiting to keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and tithe and tithe and tithe and tithe and waiting to hit the blessing jackpot. Now, I'm all for that now, but with the right understanding. Hello, somebody. I wasn't even coming on here to talk about this today. Not this piece of it. But like I said, it's your understanding of a thing. So some of you, now, this might hurt a little bit. This might sting a little bit. If you go to church every week, now I'm all for church. I love my church, but I had to find the right church for me that was teaching empowerment, the word, and practical application all together. So this might sting a little bit, and you're gonna have to self-reflect. Check this out. Ask yourself, in the last 30 days that I've been attending church and I've been attending Bible study, has my life made a tangible change? Is it something that I can actually see, or am I pretending that something has changed because I'm going, but yet as soon as I leave, the illusion of the change or the things that I'm doing is gone? I love somebody. So I want you to really ask yourself that, because, the word is alive and you can make the word alive in your life. Like I said, it wasn't until I backed away. Like I said, I come from church. All of my uncles and aunts are preachers, pastors, bishops, apostles, the whole gamut. I'm from it. But I had to walk away because something wasn't adding up, because I was not taught empowerment and practical application. I was taught Jesus or hell. So I was scared into, I won't even say a relationship, and I would say an acquaintanceship. Hello, pastors, y'all can use that too. I was scared into an acquaintanceship, even though that ain't a word, I don't think, with God, but not a relationship. So, is it your season? Is it your time? Absolutely. Only if you make the choice to make it your season and make it your time. But that will require change, and there's emotional pain that comes with change. I'm just saying. What do you say? Everybody wants to harvest, but nobody wants to work the field to harvest the crop. Absolutely. But see, even in that, people think that working the crop means we got, going to church and doing, being diligent and doing what you need to do at church. I'm talking about working the crop within yourself. Hello, somebody. See, scripture says, so as a man thinketh, so is he, meaning you think here. Now, let me give you this analogy, and I think I preached this message about a year or so ago. I used this. Ladies, I'll use you guys. Now, when a man says that he's in love with you, he had to think it first. He had to be meditating on you. He had to be thinking about you. And from what I'm told, from my mentors and the older ladies in my life, men fall in love with you when you're absent. We fall in love in the presence. So he thinking about you, right? He meditating on you. He meditating on you. He thinking about how fabulous you are, how beautiful you are, your scent, the way you smell, the way your hair smell, the way your makeup lay on your face, the way he's seeing you without no makeup and you're still beautiful, how smart you are, how funny you are, how caring and kind you are, how helpful you are. He's looking at all of those things, right? So while he's meditating on it, thinking about it, that's what the word says. We're supposed to meditate on it, right? But now when a man meditating on you, he thinks about it, then it gets down deep in his heart, right? And then once it gets down deep in his heart, then feelings start to come on out. What does he do? He start to speak it. He thought about it. And then it went down into deep into his heart. He started feeling it because he started believing what he was thinking. And then he moved on over to professing, speaking what was in his heart and what was on his mind. It's the same thing. When you meditate on the word, you get it deep down. And when you believe it, it's not until you believe it that it's made alive to you. When he's thinking about you, he's making it alive to himself, honey. And then it's coming out in his heart. And then he's speaking it out of his mouth. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, if you want the word to be made alive to you, if you want it to be your season, like for real, like today, like things can happen for you like really fast. You know, I always found it fascinating that it always takes us forever to get what we say our answer is from the Lord. But it took Daniel like 3 weeks. And then when the angel came and said, from the moment you spoke, the moment you prayed, the Lord heard you. But guess what? He didn't just pray and just think, okay, I'm going to sweep by and by. One day the Lord is going to answer my prayer. He didn't do that. What he did was he was consistent in his belief system. So if you want it to be your season and your time, regardless of the hell that's going to break loose, I tell all my clients that I work with one-on-one, I give them a disclaimer up front. When you work with me, all hell in your life is going to break loose. I give them a disclaimer up front. It's in the contract. Because nobody is going to mess with you, or things are not going to, adverse things ain't going to happen to you when you are in the line of adversity. You cool with it, you laying down with it, you in bed with it, you married with it. But as soon as you start making changes, everything and every obstacle is going to come and try to block you because you're trying to get out. So I give that disclaimer, honey. So don't come to me talking about, hey, Miss April, I can't finish my sessions because this is going on. Nope, you going to finish your sessions because this is exactly how you pushing through to get to that next place. If you keep stopping when adversity comes, you'll never get to see it, and you keep restarting. But when you keep restarting, you keep picking up more habits and more habits and more habits and more habits that's hard to break. So it's going to require you to go through it. But I promise you, I am a living witness. I have done it. I only teach you guys what I have done and what I have lived. If you press through it, if you got to cry. Look, hello somebody, if you lose your house, because you got to leave that dead end relationship. If you lose your car, if you lose your job, whatever it is that you got to go through to get to that other side, to make it your season, you, my dear, have to be willing to do that. So the question becomes, do you really want it to be your season? Do you really want it to be your time? If you do, stop looking for freaking loopholes. That's how I talk to my kids when they start getting on my nerves and asking me all these questions, trying to get loopholes. Stop asking for freaking loopholes. Stop looking for freaking loopholes. There is no fairy dust. This is not Cinderella. There is no bibbity bobbity boo. And this is what a lot of you do. Some of you guys have been following for years. I've been at this. This is not, for those of you that are new to me, thank you so much for watching. But I've been on this journey, and I've been an author, speaker, and helping others, a life coach for about 10 years now. And what a lot of you do, some of you have been following me for a long time, right? But what you do is, it's like every 6-7 months, what you do is you come back to me asking for my help, or it's almost like you're looking for a magic pill for me to give you to tell you it's going to be it ain't going to be no work, okay? It's going to be the same. So you could have got with me 5 years ago. You would have been a lot further 5 years later. But it's like everybody wants microwave. They want right now. They don't want to feel anything. Hey, Miss Williams, thank you. She said she knew. Welcome her, y'all. Welcome her. You know, give us some love. Give us some love. So, is it your season? Is it your time? Yes, it is. Hey, Adrian, I'm a new first time viewer on here. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Which is a wow, like 8 years. I'm happy I found you. Been with me for 8 years, Miss Kimmy. Girl, hold on. I gotta stand up. My foot is going to sleep because I be trying. My chair's a little low, and I be trying. Well, they high, but I'm short. So, anywho, y'all, I wanted to share that with you before I get back to work because y'all know I'm having my free live webinar tonight. I'm rolling out a whole new line of online courses, and my first one is Cash In with Facebook. Learn how to make a 5-figure income with your own online Facebook show. So I got to get back to that. I got a couple more tweaks to make. Make sure you guys go to facebooklivecash.com to register for that. It's going down tonight, so I can't wait to teach that. Because like I said, y'all know I've been gone for a little while, so I had to come back with a whole other set of stuff. Get updated, honey. Get updated. Thank you, Angela, for welcoming all the newcomers. You'll love. Thank you, Asia. Just checking you out, Queen. Thank you so much, Charles, for checking me out. So anywho, y'all, I hope you got something from that. I gotta go rest my voice because my speech therapist told me to be quiet all day before I have to do this webinar tonight. And I be a little hard-headed, so pray for me and my hard-headedness, because I just get so excited when the Lord drop a word on me or I get inspired. I gotta come share it with you guys because I don't want to be the only one inspired. Can you repost it? Can I repost what? Kendra, if you're talking about tonight's webinar, it's down below this video. I posted it right before I came on live. It's right below this video. And if you want to repost this video to encourage somebody, I encourage you to do that too. Also, follow me on Snapchat under Miss April Mason. Is that it? Yeah, Miss April Mason.com. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, darling? What you doing up? It's what? Oh, well, you be up with the birds because you're a businessman. So anywho, y'all, like I said, it is your season. It is your time. If you make it, don't get caught up in the hype, and you get emotionalized, but you don't get transformed. Okay? Don't get caught up all in your emotions to where you like, yes, yes, yes. But then after you finish all of that excitement, honey, you still look crazy. You still have not forgiven. You're still paralyzed by your past. Your bank account still says negative 0.4670. You still have not transformed into the woman that you need to be. You still not have walked into the manhood that God has called you to be. You just emotionalized. Melba, do you do Periscope? Absolutely not anymore. Periscope never works well for me, and I've been on Facebook since 2006. I think 6 or 7. I was like at the beginning. So I love Facebook. So this is my best platform. Like I tell my business clients, my marketing clients, work with which platform works best for you. So right now that is Facebook, and I like Snapchat. You don't have to be a part of all of them. You make people come to where you are, darling. You beckon them. So anywho, y'all, that's all I have for you. I have to go get my work on. Like I said, make sure you join me tonight. And share this video and join me over on Snapchat under MS April Mason, the same name as this page. Drink honey and lemon tea. David, that don't work for me. I'm beyond that. So I go to a speech therapist. I have 12 more sessions, and I know she might be looking. And I'm sorry, Miss. Hold on. This is how they told me I need to talk, and it's very hard for me. Hold on. Let me read. Give me something to read right quick. No, I'll read the bottom of this. This is a little perfume. This is how they have me talking, y'all. It says, do not spray into the eyes or towards a naked flame. Warning, flammable. Made under license from CM Brand Holdings, LLC. Distributed by 3B International. Yo, really? But I'm trying. I told her I might have to change my occupation